We're here at the Forest of Dean for the Mini Downhill, the unofficial start of the British downhill season. And we're going to bring you the coolest bikes and the best of the action. With 320 riders on track, let's go and check out what they're facing today. Okay, so the start's just up there. This first bit is flat and pedally. Riders are going to be pumping and tucking and pedaling as hard as they can to try and generate maximum speed on this top section. We're about a quarter of the way down the course now, next to a big tabletop hip jump. All the riders are sending it. And then after this section of flat track, it crosses the fire road and starts to get super gnarly. There's roots coming up through, big ruts, and the ambulance has chosen this spot carefully. So we're standing here looking at the last 3 corners now, and it's proper off-camber loam. But because it's rained so much and the riders have all practiced in the dry, they're getting to this section and it's a real surprise. It's a proper ice rink. You get 2 race runs here at the Mini Downhill, and that is the first one of 2 in the books. Let's go and find some Pro-Am races and see if we can check out their bikes. We're here with Propain factory rider Jono Jones. How's it going today?
All good, yeah. We've done race run number 1. All's on pretty well. I think I'm in 4th at the moment.
4th behind who?
A bit to do. 4th behind, not Deeks, thankfully, but a couple of other rippers, so some work to do.
Okay, and tell us about your bike for today. What have you chosen?
Chosen an enduro bike, which I often bring to the Forest of Dean for racing. It's just the bike that I can sort of take out the van, not really worry about settings. I say that with a pinch of salt, because I have changed a few things, but generally full 29er, carbon fibre, 170mm fork, 160mm rear. Suspension's all pretty open, and I've softened the fork a little bit. There's so much grip to be found up there. I just want a bit more sag, deal with the roots a little bit better. Because it's a coil shock, I've not dropped a spring weight at the back, so it's not quite as balanced as it was before, but I'm happy to take that sort of hindrance to try and find a bit more front end grip.
It's all sounding very factory. What tyre pressures are you running?
Really soft. I'm 22 in the front and 24 in the back. And I'm like 90 kilos or 89 kilos. So that is really soft. But again, you're not pushing and folding the tyres too much up there. It's all just getting them to deform and deal with the roots.
It looks like you've got some factory touches on there. Have you got any particular bits that are your favourites?
The orange clickers you're looking at, aren't you?
Yeah, that's really factory.
I like them. Silverfish, when they service your bike, you can get those orange clickers, so I'm pretty stoked with them. They match in nice.
Nice, yeah, lots of orange on there. And any particular favourite parts of your setup that you're particularly proud of?
The whole thing. It works beautifully in unison.
Awesome. Well, best of luck in the second run.
Thanks, Will. Nice one. Bosh.
Well, I'm here with the biggest super fans on the hill at the Mini Downhill. How's it going, boys? You got the boombox, you got the atmosphere. What category are we on now? Juvenile. We're here with the fastest juvenile woman on the day. It's Emily Moseley. Emily, you wouldn't have to be any relation to Tracy Moseley, would you?
Yeah, she's my auntie and she lives next door to me.
And is this bike anything to do with Tracy?
Yeah, so it was originally Tracy's and then it's had various owners. Then it was my brother's and now me.
And perhaps your brother wasn't the most careful owner,
No.
because we got a bit of a carbon repair going on there.
Yeah, he parked it into a tree stump, but I'm a bit nicer to it now.
So talk us through your setup for today. What tyres are you running?
I've got a downhill tyre on the back, which was off my brother's bike.
And how did your run go today? Presumably your first run was your fastest one.
No, my first run was actually slowest because my chain fell off.
Oh wow.
Right at the start, or sort of like quarter way through. So I had to do the last bit with no chain, just picking the lines. And then the second one, got the chain on, but the conditions were a lot slippier.
So even though it was muddier, you went faster on the second run?
Second more.
And stayed on?
Yes.
And are there any particular favourite parts of your setup that you've got here?
I love the colour of the bike. I love it.
And you've got matching shoes as well?
Matching shoes and matching jersey, which I was wearing earlier.
Fantastic. So following your win today, what other races are you planning on doing this year?
I'm doing 3 out of the 4 Pierce races this season. My brother's doing nationals, so maybe in the future I'll do them.
Fantastic. Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you've got a bright future judging by your performance today.
Thank you.
Now Now we cover a lot of big budget bikes on this channel, but it's not necessarily always about the bling. So I'm here with, what's your name, bud?
Jack, nice to meet you.
Jack, nice to meet you. And this is your 2011 Nukeproof Scalp.
Yeah.
So tell us about the bike. When did you get it?
I picked it up on January the 3rd. I haven't been on a bike in 10 years, 10, 12 years. Took my eldest son out on a fat wheel Carrera, did a blue, come back to the house and said to the missus, that's it, I'm going.
You were hooked?
Yeah, and reminiscent, always wanted a Stinky when I was a kid, so I thought I'd go old school. I bought a 2005 Stinky for £300. I got a year out to ride in it, sold it for £300.
Nice.
And then I picked this up in January the 3rd for £400.
£400 for all that?
Yeah, yeah.
So you got Fox 40 R2C2 on the front, which is like, that was 1,200 quid
back
retail.
in the day, yeah, easy.
Cane Creek double barrel. You got Hope hubs, got Avid brakes.
Yeah.
How's it treating you today?
It's just been good. It's a loose track, it's fresh. It's good to get the kids going on it. Not many people have ridden proper fresh dug stuff. It's a good laugh, it's wicked.
So
I'm enjoying it.
You're going to be back for more?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. It's the first one, and the missus ain't going to be happy because it'll be one every weekend now.
Top man, all right. So you've done your first run, you're about to go up for your second,
I'm
right?
going back up for my second now, yeah.
You got any plans for it?
Just try and stay on and make it to the bottom.
Sick, well, enjoy it.
Yeah,
Good
nice
luck.
to meet you, thank you.
We're here with Mr. Oi Oi, Ben Deakin. How's it going, Ben?
Oh, good, Will. Thank you very much. We're here living the dream here at Forest of Dean. So this, Will, is my Focus Jam Carbon. It's Oi Oi in the background, if you can hear. Anyway, it's the Focus Jam Carbon. It has got 150 mil of travel on the rear and 170 mil of travel on the front. I've actually changed the rear air shock for a coil because I just find it's a bit better for tackling the downhill trail as opposed to climbing. I'm not really a climber, so...
And a bit more travel on the front than they come with out the box?
Yeah, so as stock they come as a 150, because predominantly I use this for like the bigger enduro races, Mega Avalanche or like these mini downhills. I just wanted to try and jack up the front a bit by having a larger fork to sort of assist me on getting my weight slightly further over the back.
Nice. And what else are you running on the bike that's particularly factory? I can see you got electric shifters.
So this bike has obviously got the electric gearing. This is mainly so I didn't have to route the cables more than anything else. But particularly special to this bike is, I hate to say it, but the Oi Oi DMR saddle. So we've got that on there to obviously colour match the rest of the bike. There's the Oi Oi stem cap, and obviously being sponsored by DMR, it's littered with DMR componentry, so bars, stem, cranks, volt pedals, etc.
What tyres have you got on your bike to hook up today?
So these are the Schwalbe Tacky Chans. They're a bit more aggressive than a Mary on the front and the rear. In other conditions, I almost use a Magic Mary on the front and a Big Betty on the rear, but the fact this is just a downhill race, they're sort of super tacky front and rear downhill tyres where they're not the best for pedalling up, but they're perfect for going down. So pressure-wise, I know you've had my good friend Jono Jones telling your good selves about pressure. Obviously I'm a bit larger than Jono, so I've actually got 24 in the front and 27, well it was 27 in the rear, but actually I think it's probably about 25 now after that last run. But
Lost a few PSIs and some sealant.
Lost a bit here and there, but I think the most important thing with this particular track is it's really pedally at the top, so you want a bit more pressure in the tyres for that, but then on the flip side, when you get nearer the bottom, it's a little loose and you need the extra grip.
Fantastic. All right, well, it sounds like it's pretty dialed in for today. Best of luck in your second run.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Thanks for joining us here at the Mini Downhill. We've seen some really cool bikes and some fantastic close racing. This is definitely the best of British. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, and please do subscribe for more bike check videos. But if you're enjoying videos like this one right now, why don't you click here for some more?